we get ready to put the 19th season of the Schaefer-Zoll Southern National Series in the books. Jordy Nipper, Carson Ferguson, we're green at the playground of power. Side by side go the first two into turns 1 and 2. It'll be Ferguson on the top side, Nipper on the inside. Oh, man, and Richie Stevens goes over the top of 1 and 2. He is off the racetrack on the back straightaway, and we will look to see that caution flag, and we will get that on his first ever Schaefer-Zoll Southern National Series season. He'll be inside of the series champion as we're back green down into turns 1 and 2. It'll be Carson Ferguson to the outside, Jordy Nipper to the inside. They'll go side by side, and the Newport Nightmare tried thinking about making it 3 wide. He'll slip by Jordy Nipper down into turns 3 and 4. Here comes the newly crowned series champion, the second, Jimmy Owens to P2. Jordy Nipper's going to fight back on the inside. Side by side down into 1 and 2. Nip's not going to go away. Nightmare's on the top side. Inside's Nipper. They're still battling for second. Jimmy will go to the top side. How about that veteran move? Slip to the top side, come back underneath. The Newport Nightmare back to second. They are slicing and dicing for that second and third spot. Carson Ferguson, I talked about the disappointing night at North Georgia. You got to think there's some momentum in at 93, but I tell you what, here comes Jimmy Owens. Richie Stevens went off the track again in 1 and 2. He brought it back on. Battle for the lead is going to come off of turn number 2. Jimmy Owens, man, he gets such a launch off of turn 2. The Nightmare is going to look to the inside. Owens, Ferguson, they'll come to the stripe. It'll be lap 7. It'll go back to Carson Ferguson. Tail end of the field is what they're going to have to deal with now. It's going to be the 79 machine of Kyle Bryant. Bryant's going to be there. Also the 5 car of Thomas Lewis. That's going to be the first 2 cars they have to see. They'll go towards the tail of the field. Wow. Bryant slipped to the middle and the caution's out. Joseph Joyner slow down in turns 1 and 2. Let's see if Mike Benedum can join it and make it a 3-car tango. Green flag out of turn number 4, and that stacked them up. We're going to stack them up from 5th, 6th on back. They make it through. Benedum's going to slip off the nose of Jimmy Owens. Here comes the Bristol Bullet to second. And I tell you what, Stephen Roberts might have something for the 20 down in turns 3 and 4. Top 4 on your screen. Coming out of turn number 4, it'll be Carson Ferguson, Mike Benedum, Jimmy Owens, your top 3. We will scan through the field. There you see Donald McIntosh trying to slip to underneath of Dalton Cook. Not going to make it happen. The 42 of Clay Knight. The 16 of Sam Seawright. 4 cars under a blanket. That's 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's still Carson Ferguson out front. He just went 14.997. That's qualifying speed here tonight. When he comes off the turn number 4, we'll see if it happens here. It looks like he kind of catches a rut. Yeah, there it is. A little bit of a bobble. That's what cost him the last 2 laps. But I tell you what, he flew through at that time. About a car length will separate him down in turns 1 and 2. 2nd and 3rd on your screen. Mike Benedum out of West Virginia. Jimmy Owens out of Newport, Tennessee. The 2023 champion, and they're chasing the defending and 2-time Spring National champion Carson Ferguson, who's getting ready to get busy with the tail of the field. Just in front of him, John Henderson in the 2X. Still watching Jimmy Owens. He's going to go to the top side. Oh, and he got a big run on Benedum. Side by side down the front straightaway. It'll be Jimmy Owens into turns 1 and 2. Man, oh man, that was close. Benedum's not going to give up, though. He's going to peek back to the inside. Still that battle for second as we're getting ready to cross the stripe, this time by 20 and 20 to go. It's Carson Ferguson, Jimmy Owens, Mike Benedum, your top 3, but Stephen Roberts is slowly starting to run down these top 3 as Ferguson now has found the tail end of the field once again. 16 of Austin Horton's going to call it a night. Ferguson looks to the inside of Henderson, and Jimmy Owens is going to come to the top side. The Newport Nightmare at the stripes got the lead. Jimmy Owens, oh baby, to the top side, going to wind it up. He'll slip by Carson Ferguson again. Owens to the point, taking the lead. Will he lead this time at the stripe? Yes, he will. The Newport Nightmare is going to come across. He'll lead lap 22. The 2023 Series champion slipped by Carson Ferguson. We'll see if the 93 can run him down. Jimmy found something on his top side in 3 and 4. Now Carson's going to try it. The 93 is going to run him down. They are nose to tail at the stripe. They'll come across with lap 24. Ferguson to the inside of Owens. He'll slide across the nose of Bryant. Wow. Here they come again. Slide Job City. I'm feeling it, East Alabama. Here comes Ferguson back to the inside. 3 wide off of turn 4 for the lead. Are you kidding me? Ferguson to the inside. He'll take the lead back from Jimmy Owens. They'll come off of turn number 2. Car length will separate him. It'll go back to Carson Ferguson. Ferguson, and now Benedum has fell back into the grass of Stephen Roberts as Ferguson's going to cross the stripe. 25 complete. And the Bristol Bullet, Mike Benedum, goes from running in the top 5 to having trouble. Carson Ferguson's back on the lap pedal and we're green. Good launch for Ferguson. He'll dive down into 1 and 2. Jimmy Owens will follow him. They are, oh man, Roberts got underneath. Owens can't make it stick. And Carson Ferguson shot out of a cannon. Second and third. That's the battle on your screen right now. Roberts to the inside of Owens. Can't make it happen on a turn number 4. Did not have the Southern National Series finale that he wanted. But out of turns 3 and 4. For the third time in his career, Carson Ferguson is a winner with the Southern National Series. Jimmy Owens second, Stephen Roberts third, Dalton Cook fourth, and Donald McIntosh will round out your top 5. You end the season with a win, and you beat one of the best in the business. Tell us about it, Carson.
Yeah, Tazewell, we just adjusted ourselves out of it through the night. I was too scared to touch the car because we were good in hot laps, but man, what a race. I don't know. I didn't know how close Jimmy was, and I felt like I was slowing down a lot for the lap cars, but he went around me, and he definitely made me kick it in another gear.
Talk about putting an exclamation point on this season. You got your second Spring Nationals championship. You had a great season. Just those last 2 weeks kind of kicked things out for you. This is a good way to finish it and send the rest of 2023 into gear.
Oh, yeah. We've been really fast. I haven't done my part driving and haven't done my part adjusting on the car throughout the night, through some nights. So I got to give a big shout out to Hoopaw Grading, Tribble Electric, Coltman Farms, Mega Plumbing, Don Gina Bradshaw, Wesley Page, Longhorn by Wesley Page, Cornbread. I got to thank the good Lord. Like I said, Hoopaw Grading, Wesley Page Racing Shocks, Bill Steen, Night Owl, Schaefer's Oil, just everybody helps me, my great team. Andrew, Aiden, my dad. Let Andrew down the other night to crate race. I disobeyed his orders on the tire, but like I said, the good Lord took care of us tonight, so I got to thank all the fans for coming out as well.
Carson Ferguson, now a 3-time Schaefer's Oil Southern National Series winner, and here at East Alabama, picks up his win. Race, talk about that race.
It was just, Carson had a good car. He's been good ever since he unloaded down here the first time before it rained out, and we've been making, small strides with our stuff. We've been getting a little better, more consistent. But, man, that was a fun race. I had a good time racing with him. And, he had the best car for the most part. But, I was able to, bonsai him there a little bit in the traffic and get around him when he was hung up behind them cars. But he was able to pass back by me. But, man, it was a heck of a race. I hope the fans enjoyed it.
This Kohler Motorsports 20, you got a lot of good folks on this car.
Bobby Kohler and his whole family, I got to thank them. Redline Oil, Reese Monument, Big Hill Race Engines, Boom Test Well Services, and Tim Short Automotive, Snowco Fuels, Goodrich Lines and all that stuff. And they just, thank all my fans, all my friends and family for supporting us.
Sure, Stephen Roberts, man, car had speed throughout the night. One of the fastest cars, if not the fastest car in the middle of the race. Tell us about this third place finish.
Yeah, it was real good there. I just need to get up on the wheel a little more. This fits the way we like to drive. When it gets real slick, we struggle a little bit, but we've been working on that for the last couple of weeks and finally got to come back out here, and the track helped us out a little bit there. I wish it was like that every night.
A little momentum heading into the rest of the summer for you guys.
Yes, yeah, we'll run here and then go to Needmore next weekend and then back to the Old Doors. So maybe we can get a little figured out before we go back up there again.
You got some good folks on this 111.
Oh, yeah, B Company, Roberts B Company. My buddy Alan, it's just me and him. My buddy Scotty and Mr. Henry came over. DJ for the Integra Dig sticks on this Longhorn. Appreciate Matt, Steve, all those guys, all the help.
Stephen Roberts, your third place finisher tonight here at East Alabama Motor Speedway.